Wait there. Hold on there. Why my camera look like that? Morning thoughts. Let me clean off this camera lens real quick, yeah. Hold on there. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to people coming in from work. So when you have picnic in your house, that should be a little better. Right, that's all. All right. Big up on yourself and thank you for tuning in this morning. We're not going to get into the long talking because we have a lot to talk about this morning in a short space of time. Because I have some construction work going on at the house today. And as soon as those people get here, I will be getting offline. All right. So let me grab my paper. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the garbage man who drive the garbage truck and the man on the back who jump off and pick up the garbage and all them things there. But just put out my garbage. Hope you just put yours out if today is garbage collection day. Big up on yourself. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Eat Good TV and shout out to Negos Emari. People may find a new comedian. Well, he's not really new. I've been watching him for a while, but I have to tell you about Negos Emari. But we'll get to that later. All right, I'll drop his little link down there so you can go check out the brother in Bud on the IG. You know I love to keep it in the family and, cultural thing and all these things. See, how's everybody doing this morning? Pardon my manners. We have a couple of things to talk about this morning. All is well? All is well. Somebody I gotta say all is not well, but still we give thanks. All right. Big up yourself. Bees Boy, thank you for being here. Vicky Victory, you still haven't gotten in touch with me. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Stash, thank you for being here. D-Mac, Daya in the building. Grand Rising King. Asarin Odetta is in the building this morning. Thank you for being here. Juno Bryan is here. Jane Ander is here. Audrey Wright is here. Soji, 819. Anita Kanan is in the building. Prelis123 is here this morning. Maxine Good as Gold. There, say afternoon. You already know it's from the UK. Vanessa says good morning. Thank you for being here, Vanessa. Darlene Walter Riley is here this morning. Donna Davis is here this morning. Andrea Shervis is in the building this morning. Thank you for being here. Nikki Trueprint is here this morning. Main one there. Dorothy T says, good morning, SouFLo and everyone here. Exciting morning. Track and field. Listen up, man. Shelly and Fraser Price, But you know what? I don't want to talk. You see my face? But I don't want to talk about Shelly and Fraser Price and her world record that she set and all the other accomplishments and things like that. I did a video for that already that is up on the channel right now. That video went up at 6 a.m. this morning. It is extensive. The video not too long, but I compiled everything that when you're done listening to it, you will fully understand the power of Shelly and Fraser Price's greatness. Of course, my runner did not do what I thought my runner was going to do. And at the end of the day, it's still all Jamaica. However, my runner never do what she not going to do, but she still did great. See? So go watch that video when you get a chance and them thing that under them something that we're gonna talk about this morning. All right. Rosemary King is in the building this morning. Stacey and Williams is here. Nicole Coleman is here this morning. Nicole, thank you for being here. Donna Davis, Janet Stewart, Marilyn Grant is here. Vicky Victory says, SouFLo, I emailed you my info on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yesterday, Sunday. I also messaged you on WhatsApp. No, sir. Because I check my email just for you, and I don't normally check my email every day. We can cut this short by you just call me right now and just give it to me over the phone right now and end it. Because I check my email for you, and you're not there. Darkfly 10 is in the building this morning. Big up yourself, Darkfly 10. Oh, Soji says check the spam, bro. You know what? Good idea. Good idea. I'll do it after the show. My bad. But it's not in there, Vicky Victory. I checked. I was looking specifically for yours because all weekend, and it's bothering me because all weekend I'm like, man, I don't want to hold on to the my money, you know, I don't want the people them to say. And I thought that's the first thing I was going to say this morning as well. So let's get that over with, please, and thank you. All right. All right, check this out. What we're going to talk about this morning is we have 3 topics on the board this morning. So what happened to Queen Ifrica is the first one. And maybe I shouldn't say what happened to Queen Ifrica. You know, people are living their lives. But Queen Ifrica posted a video. And the video, see, Soji says, if it's the first time emailing you, sometimes the inbox filters it to the spam. All right, my brother, I will check right after the show. See, and if y'all see me cut the show short, that means the people are here to start the work. I'm getting some blasting work done, run the house and these things. So bear with that, please, and let's utilize our time to our maximum capacity while we can. So let's get right into it. Queen Ifrica put up a video. The video of Queen Ifrica has Ifrica looking like bleached skin and her dress on. She has very short hair like mine, you know, and people are saying all kinds of stuff. So we're going to talk about that. But on the heel of that, not specifically speaking about Queen Ifrica, I'm going to be talking about, let's talk about mixed messages from certain people. Like, you know, Rasta preach ital food and juicing and fire bun for that piece of pork the way I eat and we not eat no does. Holy Emmanuel I and them thing there. And then he's in the back of the shop talking about, yeah, me get 2 pound of the jerk. And them thing there, you know, people are mixed messages. Pastor preaching, no nudity, and all them thing there, no fornicating, no stealing, while he is sexing the hell out of Sister Joyce, and he's stealing and robbing the church blind and all these, you know, mixed messages. We're going to talk about mixed messages. Rasta preach about African queen and African princess and brown skin. Woman, I love the way I love your style, I love the passion you bring. And when you see him have a white thing, blue eye, blonde hair, and all these things. We're going to talk about all that. Mixed messages, right? On the heel of that. And then, of course, we're going to talk about molly popping. Molly popping in Jamaica has become the new thing. Not only the new thing, it is now known as the go-to party drug in Jamaica. Molly popping. I have a message for them about this Molly thing here because they're obviously lost. And in comes artists that are promoting the use of it, like Skeng. But it wasn't Skeng first. Alkaline was doing it before, right? So they're promoting the use of popping Molly and behaving all wild under the influence of the Molly, to include not only sexual deviance, but also committing crimes under the influence of the Molly. We're going to talk about all that. Erica Mena and Safari have divorced and they sold their home that they shared together for $1.3 million. That was just an addy in throw-in if anything did go anywhere, right? They've officially divorced now. So the back and forth arguing, talking, all that is done. It is said now that they're officially divorced. What I really want to talk about also is a 24-year-old influencer named Donnelly Donaldson. Donnelly Donaldson was a part of the 876 Roommates show. Donnelly Donaldson has gone missing. And the thing about it is they're not really getting any help per se from law enforcement. Little bit of help, right? Lo and behold, the last person seen with her, and we're hearing some other things, is a squaddy, a officer, a police himself. All right. So if you look at the, well, I'm going to show you the picture of them and everything. So let's get into all that. Is that show a curse? Vicky Victory says, is that show a curse? You know what? Let me tell you something. Somebody gave me some bad press to put out on the show. Let me be skilled in how I say this. Somebody gave me what I thought was some bad press to put out on the show, on my show, claiming they were trying to expose the people who put together the 876 Roommate show. I said, I'm not doing it because you would have to bring me more proof than that. However, It has to do with scammer money being laundered and this and that. And I say, you know what? Me not do it. Now them I talk about people that get sacrificed for publicity and all these things, because you know if a lot of people die off of the show or tragic events happen, people normally tune into that thing and whatever. And sometimes people will sacrifice you, right? If they say, for instance, there's a group, a singing group, and we're trying to make it big, but we have one foot in the door, but we're not really superstardom yet. We have all the talents and everything. They'll do something like kill off one of the members tragically. And then everybody comes swooping in. Oh my God, this is so tragic. And then at their funeral, you will sing your best rendition of whatever it is, and you'll be known from then on for. It's kind of like Puffy dancing. Every step I take after Biggie died, and then that catapulted Puffy into superstardom, stratosphere kind of thing. You know what I say? But anyhow, me not say nothing bad about them show. I refuse to run the thing that the person. SouFLo, I've been watching you for years, blah, blah, blah. I think it's the best platform to expose this on. In brother, they are prison him, they are so blah, blah, blah. The little dots and details. And after reading through it, it was a pretty lengthy piece of something. I said, you know what? Me I go stay out of that one here, fam. Come on, SouFLo, man, please. No, me good. Me and I have my reasons why. Seeing all this unfolding now, I asked myself the same question last night, Vicky. I said, this look weird. This starting to look really weird. But I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just saying. I watch some things that unfold, right? All right. Which story do y'all want to get into first? Y'all want to get into Welcome to Queen Ifrica? I have her video here. You're going to see a very different looking Queen Ifrica. Or do you want to get into the Molly popping in Jamaica? Or do you want to get into the Donna Lee Donaldson story? She's missing. The influencer / 876 roommate person. You have 60 seconds. The most stuff, whichever one wins, and we'll start from there. Use up the time in a man. Because remember, when we cut this short is because the people are here to work. I have some lemon and ginger tea this morning. Molly popping in Jamaica. You're already on Donna Lee, so just continue. Donna Lee, Molly Queen. Donna Lee. All right. So it's Donna Lee. All right, I could go with the Donna Lee story. All right. See, somebody said, SouFLo, please use your platform to shed some light on this. Donna Lee is missing and we're not getting much help. Of course, the first thing I was like, who is Donna Lee? People is not because me old or me I get old or that I'm not. Older than me is into everything and I'm not. I'm just more focused on other things. So my apologies that I didn't know who she was, right? And them send this to me from last week and I actually just me read it. Me say, yeah, God, I hope them find her. Let me be honest with you. We're family, right? We sit down and talk. Me look upon her. As me look upon her, God forgive me. The first thing I said is, Instagram me ago. As me look upon her, the first thing I said is, she gone her man yard. She soon come back. And then when she come back now, them not even gonna tell we say she did their man yard. They're just gonna say found, right? And some people get kind of disheartened about that because people want to know after putting in all their worries, emotions, efforts, and everything to help find somebody. At least give us a backstory of where was she found. What was the backstory? What happened? How did she go missing? So I honestly never paid too much mind, right? I honestly didn't pay. That's the Gleaner have our up there, so I not too like flash the Gleaner logo though, because the Gleaner kind of serious about them thing. I don't want them contact me and tell me about take it down because you're flashing our logo in there and making money off us or something like that. Anyhow, when I saw the picture that they sent in a missing person picture next, I said, oh damn. She's still not come back yet. See it here. 876 roommates. Put her up there. So this is the missing person thing. And when I first saw her, I thought, she there man yard. She probably soon come back. You know, them young people here stay nowadays, right? Live under mummy roof, but you can't bring your money in and these things, and you got a man yard and blah, blah, blah. Well, turns out that's not the case. It turns out it's something totally different, and it's shaping up to be pretty serious because this is the climate in Jamaica right now as far as her being missing. It looked like this. See it? And again, all right. So people are out protesting in numbers for her return. The people are waking up. The people are saying the reason why they're not getting a lot of help is because there is a police officer that is involved in her being missing. So, in order to be heard, we're going to have to take it to the streets and we're going to have to take it to the internet. Ask our influencers, our social media personalities to please use your platform to shed some light on this. Just heighten the awareness, you know what I mean? Even though we don't really know what go on the ground. We're going after. So I wake up this morning and I saw this printed in the Jamaica Gleaner. It says, a high-level police probe is now underway into the disappearance of Donnelly Donaldson. High-level police probe. The police are reporting that a high-level probe is underway into the disappearance of the social media influencer, 24-year-old Donnelly Donaldson. Donnelly Donaldson was reported missing last week, Wednesday. Me and you both know, right? If your story is not that you did go on a man yard and you was trying to get away from your family and you were hiding or something, you don't go missing for more than a certain amount of days in Jamaica and you are okay. The climate just not set up that way there. The police says that the force's missing persons protocol was immediately activated following the report. The police said that the force's missing persons protocol was immediately activated. So Julie Taper is saying, not Julie Taper, but Christine Simpson says on the way, meaning the part where they said the high-level probe is underway. Underway, not on the way, but underway. Underway meaning it's happening, it's going on, right? They say that, listen to this. They say that somebody linked me and said SouFLo is a policeman when named Noel Maitland. Me not say no more. Let me read what the Gleaner says, and then I'll come out later with whatever needs to come out later. The police says that the force's missing persons protocol was immediately activated following the report that she was missing. They say, they say, this is the Gleaner. They say, I'm guessing the police, say that senior investigators from the St. Andrew Central Police Division, with the oversight of Criminal Investigation Branch Headquarters, along with members of the Communications, Forensic, and Cybercrime Division, and scenes of crime investigators are involved in this probe now. So like them know something me no know. Further, the police say, consequent on reports that a serving member of the constabulary force was among the last persons known to have been with her. A senior gazetted officer from the St. Andrews Central Division has been assigned to lead the investigation. Hear me, sir. Covered a story like this a couple of years ago. It's on YouTube. If you go on YouTube and you look at SouFLoTV highest viewed videos, that will be one of them. I remember this story vividly because the brother was a taxi driver and he told his woman, he recorded it. He told his woman that may I leave and may I make that recording here just so you know who may I leave with, because them they just come pick me up and carry me going around and so on. So I'm gonna trust that boy. And he was talking about some police, right? Police didn't run rocket out a road and them come pick him up. Them using him because he on the road as taxi, but he must have did see something where him not see or was involved in something with them or whatever. All right. He made the recording as he was in their company. Wifey have the recording. Her husband never come home. She turned over the recording to to the media, to social media, to the regular media, to the police department. Still nothing came of it. The last person seen with that man or heard with that man and him tell him wife, say, if nothing happened to me tonight, Adamania, blah, blah, blah. And still nothing came out of it. So what I'm saying here is this. Police involved. Police are investigate. Police. You probably won't get much out of this. You probably will not get much out of this. I'm hoping for their sake that she is okay. You know, let's hope for life first. Let's hope for life first. Let's hope for the best, right? Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. God, I saw them teach you, right? Prepare for the best and hope for the worst. I'm hoping that she's still okay. I'm hoping that she's alive. I'm hoping somebody who have her, I go let her go somewhere and say, hey, girl, don't call me name, you know. Just run away. And she run away and go call her people. And I say, I can't talk, I don't remember is who. And she's still alive. And life goes on from then. I'm hoping it's a situation like that. And it's not a situation where we're finding a body. But or worse than that, we don't find nobody. Because when you don't find nobody, the family can't even get like a closure. Right? They will forever be saying, where did my daughter go? Right? And they'll forever be pointing at this police and a police boy that did there with her last, you know, him or she, you know. Me hear stories about up at him house and all these things. Me see people say them need to go up there and search the house. Them need to dig up around him property. Them need to, I don't really know. I'm going to get more into it. According to the police, investigators have been in contact with Donaldson's family members and they are assuring them of the seriousness with which the police is treating this probe. Meanwhile, the police are asking anyone with information that they believe might be useful to the investigation to contact the Halfway Tree CIB at 876-926-8184 or simply call Crime Stop at 311 or call police emergency at 119. The police says that updates on the investigations will be provided as this probe progresses. Here you know. Lyndell McCormick says the police officer who was last seen with the missing young woman should be held for questioning. No cover-up here, JCF. One of the biggest problems is that this country has the lack of accountability. So things just continue to happen. Free Jamaica is another person who says, furthermore, the police says that consequent on reports that a serving member of the constabulary force was among the last persons known to have been with Donaldson. How is it that the news has reported that the last person to see her was a police, but they did not say he was held for questioning? This is another person. Strange. This is the force giving him time to abscond, which is get away, or to conceal some evidence, or to fix this up before we come for you in a squaddy, because your name in a this. So by the time we reach you, have your story straight, right? In other words, then they're looking out for their own. These are regular people talking. Micah says, let's hope that this young lady is found alive, please. But with so many evil monsters walking around the place, it is just hard to not fear the worst. And I agree. And Curly says, that poor young lady, my God, what's next? Lyndell McCormick says, I pray for the positive outcome. And why should anyone want to hurt or harm her? Well, we don't live in a perfect world. People hurt and harm good people all the time. Me not say she good because I don't know her like that, but I'm just saying people hurt and harm people, even people that are good, that have nothing to do with nothing all the time. Sometimes you're just a casualty of someone's psychosis. You know, mad people ready to kill somebody. You are a victim because you know them and you are close to them and you're accessible and these kind of things. In this particular case, though, for one, they're absolutely right. Once it is known that this police officer was, because you see how the media says he is among the last, as if she was with a group of people and he was one of them. So he is among the last. From what I'm hearing, she and him, he was the last person she was seen with. And that me here is that me here. I haven't confirmed it. I wasn't there. I couldn't confirm it unless I was there. I'm just telling my audience this. That is what I am hearing. that he was the last person. So if we're hearing that, round him up. Even then, he's the only person, walk with this, he's the only person who you can actually pinpoint as an investigator. Why? Because we don't know who the other persons are. If someone says SouFLoTV and a group of people were the last people seen with her, more than likely, people from my audience would say, well, who's the group of people? Because the group of people don't have individual names and identities, but you just said SouFLoTV. So let's start with him because we know who he is. Pull him in and find out who the rest of people were. Because once you pull him in, he's going to say, boy, me did that, you know. But John Tom was there, Harry was there, Lushy did that, Big Ed did that. And, I wasn't the only one. And now we can go somewhere. Okay, well, let's start questioning them as well. But him not reaching for questioning yet. Like I said, man, I wish them all the best. I'm going to stay close to this story. I had no idea she was on 876 Roommate. I watched 876 Roommate a couple of times. I enjoyed it. It's a show where like all the young bright comedians got together and they're doing this show special thing. They were living in a house all together at one point, kind of like MTV Cribs for those of us who come from back in the idea and these things. And it was fun and enjoyable, but there are stories that are surrounding not even like a goddess. So I'm just saying, I'll be staying close to this to see what go on. This don't look good. It don't look good. And I'm telling you, my first thought was, she got her man, yeah, she soon come back. And then the maga put, oh, she was found. Did y'all see the one where the Chinese businesswoman went missing and they put her up in the paper, missing, and then a couple of days later, she went missing, for days, in a Jamaica, a couple of days later, and as soon as I saw it, I said, yep, we're going to find a body. Because Chinese people don't really go missing. I asked wifey yesterday, I said, you ever seen a pregnant Chinese woman? And wifey said, come to think of it, no. Never seen a pregnant Chinese woman. Okay, them not gonna missing like that because they don't go out and mingle with other people like that, right? You might see 1 and 2 Chinese flying from China, come learn a couple mad new dance and thing, and then them fly back out and go teach the dance moves over. So, but that's it. You don't really see them out the road in a people, you know what I mean? So when I saw her picture, I said, yeah, we're gonna find a body. The next headline said she was returned. She was returned. No, I deal with words. Not she was found, not she was discovered or her location was discovered. She was returned. Not she came back. She was returned. Not she returned or she returned herself. She was returned. It's like somebody bring her come back. And that's all they gave us was this person is missing. Oh my God, help us find her. Spread the news, blah, blah, blah. And then a couple of days later, she was returned. That's it. So people start to see these people are missing stuff and they're like, God go with you. Good luck. I hope them find you. Are you here? And on to my next story because they don't fill you in. So you don't have an idea. Somebody soldier says this sound like a ransom payout. Boy, you don't know. We don't know because of how the media reports it to us. She missing, then she was returned. Returned. A grown adult returned. Somebody pack her up and bring her back. Returned. Was she pregnant with a black baby? Boy, Diana Lawrence, me don't know, me that hear all kind of something. I was hearing all kind of some things. But anyhow, I'm praying and hoping for the safe return of Donna Lee Donaldson. She's only 24 years old. That's pretty young. She had 1 more year before she actually start life, as the elders say. As science says, your frontal lobe is not fully developed until at least after the age of 25. So on your 25th year, you should be hitting some kind of an enlightenment where you're now coming into adulthood properly, right? And it's 25, right? Kaitaja Empress. And so she not reached that yet. So in the eyes of the elders, she's still a picnic, a baby this, right? And she's missing. Beautiful girl. I mean, physically beautiful. If she was on 876 roommate, she is probably very talented as well, because they all are on there, extremely talented, right? Candle Flame 101, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. They all are talented on there. So me, I wish her the best, and I hope they find her, man. We will stay close to this, so stay close to us as we fill you in on the details. And may I tell you right now, me don't know what responsibility has been bestowed upon me, but I must say because my name SouFLoTV. When me tell you that my phone does I go and I go and I go, and I don't even have the time to go in. And when I go in, sometimes it's like picture come, all kind of stuff people send me. Like, SouFLo, let me tell you what really going on. This is my sister. This is my cousin, or somebody linked me the other day and tell me about a famous musician that is legendary because he's older. He might not know a good person. He's actually, this is allegedly, and this is what the thing says, and I'm not calling no names, and I'm not covering the story, but I'm keeping all the stuff that they sent me. So if when I say me broke it out, it's because something happened where I can now say, okay, see it here. But they're pushing me to put it out, but I don't want to put it out yet. He actually likes young girls, like 14, 13, them age there. But he don't mess with American girls, but he lives overseas. He doesn't mess with overseas girls, but he lives overseas. So he has them trafficked from Jamaica. He's actually connected to some real dangerous people in Jamaica who have a lot of pull and power, both as gangsters and as upper-ups. And they have this human trafficking ring that allows these females to pass through and come to him. And then when I'm done with them, they go off into stripping and this and that and the other. And one bag of something that reads like a movie. And the person who it is, they're claiming that is into all this. If I said the name, you would be like, holy shit, no way. No way. Stay close. Because that one day, I gotta be something different when it busts. Let's move on to the Queen Ifrica one. Queen Ifrica now, I don't know. First of all, let me say big up to Queen Ifrica. I reached out to you. You never answer back. I guess you're that busy. We reached out to Chief Curry. Chief Curry answered back, but Queen Ifrica did not answer back, right? So it's okay. The video that I'm about to show you with Queen Ifrica now, she's playing music in the background. And I don't want this video right here to be flagged for copyright stuff because it's not my music. However, I want you to look at Queen Ifrica. Me ask wifey, me say, is this a filter? Come in, I want to be the first one jump out and look at Queen Ifrica. Whoa, she looks very different. And they're like, SouFLo, stop. You don't know about social media, man. This is a filter. It's an IG filter that allows you to look like this. But wifey, look funny, and wifey said, no, babe, that's not no filter. Don't make you look like that. She look like that. So here's Queen Ifrica new look. This is her TikTok, I guess. She's saying something about who no like it. Something for something. Yeah, remember Queen Ifrica, right? Daddy, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day. I swear on them thing there, man. Queen Ifrica, see her there? I'm still thinking it's a filter. I'm still thinking somebody's gonna laugh at me and say, you're so behind the times. You don't know the IG filter will make you look like you get a haircut and bleach out your skin. You don't know the IG filter there. Sister is I got a couple of words to say. And I'll be saying it. Somebody, wait there. Divine Order says it looks like a filter. Well, me nosy. Me knows it. Everybody run gone over our TikTok now. Our TikTok numbers run up now. Go figure out if it is. Go over our IG and figure out if it is. Me over there, look. Me even asked wifey last night. I said, babe, please look on our stuff and tell me if you think is yes, we're in our people business. So are you. So so we I've been looking. And I've been noticing that she always have her head wrap up, and she hasn't really shown her hair in a while. But not only that, I've also noticed that, well, I could start off by saying I think Tony Rebel might be enjoying the new her. The new her. Don't so people say her. You know, Louisiana, Alabama, her. He's enjoying the new her, as in her, H-E-R, and as in here, when we say her, hair, H-A-I-R. Yeah, because sometimes your wife cut off her hair and she look like a totally different person, and it just make you feel like it's a new girl in your bed and you're top, you know what I say? And the thing is fresh and new, but it's really just you see a woman, she just take on a new look. You see me? Yeah, no, let me move now. Come talk. Let's see her one more time. Yeah, man, wanna like it, right? I live our life, right? All right, hold on there. I'll talk. Okay, so as a person that has lived this life, we're telling us that me here, they look like this. See? Like that. I was so attached to the hair. But more than that, me find out that people were attached to my hair more than I was. Not only that, people were attached to this ideology of who I was more than even I was. You see me? So here, he's Jamaican in my Rasta. So I couldn't go down the road and say, you have no oxtail today? You know, John no Rasta. You feel like them thing there, you know, oh, so you're fake dread and you're fake Rasta. I never tell him you're Rasta at the time, but I was. You know what I mean? And I still follow those principles to this day without locks. So, you know, it's like a Christian book them to and fall many times. So them saying at church, right? You get up and you keep moving. I same thing with Rasta, it's just a liberty, a way of life. You know what I mean? So everybody does the same thing, and when you don't do one thing that way, you're not that. It's her life to live. See? It's her life to live, and I feel her here for cut off. All I'm saying is, though, Vibes Cartel did call this out a long time. Vibes Cartel said, the last time I checked, you know, I went since Queen Ifrica get some brown. Because the last time me checked, I guess I didn't know her for quite a few years, right? She never did look so brown, but now she look like really, really brown. So the bleaching turn up. Cut off the hair is one thing, but bleaching the skin that you're in, that you tell people to be proud of themselves, is a whole another thing. Is she bleaching or is it lighting? And again, as a person that have been through this, me shoot videos already, and the video look like me really, really light skin. And then next time, 2 days later, me pick them, kick over me light, and me angle them differently when me try to fix them back. And when me look on them video there, it look like me brown, but not light brown like that. So people started saying I was bleaching. Or bleach out skin boy, tattoo up, bat boy, SouFLo. So them used to cuss me up on my language. And I wasn't bleaching. I've never bleached a day in my life. In the winter time when I stay inside, that like, all right, so the inside part of my hand when I get much sun, you see the color of that. And then you see the outside part height to get the whole heap of sun. And then if me stay out in the sun, like me, I'm one of them people that will have like triple shades kind of thing. The part them not get no sun, them really light, and then the part them that do get sun, they can go to really, really dark. But people don't understand that. So I don't know if she a bleach. I'm not gonna accuse her of bleaching, but I know that the people who follow her, like her grassroots followers, they're probably gonna be in shock. They're probably going to be in shock. You see? Because they have already built this fire warrior, mama, queen. I was reading some comments over on her IG last night, and one woman I say, Queen, you have gone silent for too long. Because if you look at her IG, she's been missing. She just posts words, not her image, picture, anything. She just posting words. So they were like, you've gone silent for too long. And I need your words of power and strength and encouragement in this Gideon, in this time of war. And some people really are into, you know. So I may say to myself, say, not to be cynical or anything, but I'm like, so if Queen Ifrica missing and can't give you no more words, you get friggin' at the war then, because only her words can motivate you. But hey, people go to where they go to for their source of strength. And she is a person that a lot of women go to for their source of strength. You know what I mean? And their perception of who she is and what she should be and what she represents might not necessarily be all of that. See? She has a life outside of music and entertainment. Now, if I'm not wrong or right, I remember Tony Rebel daughter, Queen Ifrica is with Tony Rebel, right? Tony Rebel daughter came up on the stage, and I remember Tony Rebel took the mic and he was like something about him not really in our sheet in a but, you know, him still gonna give our space and our place and make she say what she have to say, and she sing our song. The girl don't sing no slack song, but she dresses in a manner that doesn't fit the genre of the music she sings. So it's like you're out there now in a camel toe printing, body rider shorts, and yeah, you're gonna skin it out and wind it up, but at the same time, you're singing about upliftment and dignity and strength of a woman, and you know, and people are like, what the? They're not taking in the music because they must say a Tony Rebel and Queen Ifrica picked that, and why she looks so like them not hear the words, you know, and the words are righteous, but the look. I saw the comments. Some people are say, "Yo, you're in the wrong, mama. You need to go in a dance hall, cause you can't skin out in a dance hall, you know, freely, and nobody now gonna judge you." But at the wrong show you're depend on these things. So people were beating her bad, but now to see Queen Ifrica look like, you know, she kind of resembles what it was that. I'm not gonna go further with that here. So I said, well, she does look good with it though. She does. She look good. I don't know if y'all ever seen my wife with a low haircut. She bad. She bad. I think that's the best, but I don't want her to cut off her hair because I love her hair here. See? But a fair thing. If she want to cut it, she cut it. It's Queen Ifrica. Somebody please tell me say it's a filter still though. Is a filter? And the last move that we should do, where you go on this one? Watch the video till the end. Watch the last move. With that one, I watch you go on with that one. Hold on the Queen. What? One more time. Watch the last move. Look on it good, you know, and tell me if it's a filter, and watch the last move and tell me how I go on this one. She's turning up for social media. I don't know. The world has changed. It look like filter. Christine seems to say lots of breasts. Those breasts have fed children. Those breasts have fed children. That body has brought life into this world. Anthony Thompson, big up yourself, fam. Thank you for being here. Those breasts have fed children, have brought babies into this world, nurtured them. Right? When our son really big right now, I'm out in the world with popcorn and them thing there, do some big things. I'm not talk about that still. I'm just saying. Do you find this Queen Ifrica look shocking or no? Are you surprised or no? My thing surrounding this was I actually wrote it down pen and paper so I wouldn't forget it. So walk with me, please. It was what happened to Queen Ifrica, just so I could remember. And then I wrote down says Vibes Cartel was right all along because he did call out that Queen Ifrica was bleaching her skin, and she made videos that says, I'm not bleaching. I don't know what you're talking about, you know? All right. Let's talk about mixed messages. See, the perception that you have of people, that shit went. That shit went. Stop perceiving. Stop. You don't know anybody. People know, you know what people want you to know. And you must always remember that. People put them good foot forward or they put the image forward that they want you to see. for you to be on the outside saying that you know somebody wholly and completely, and this is where some people might feel like is a deception, because she's preached a certain message and carried herself in a certain manner publicly for years. So people might think this is her publicly and privately. Heaven would have come down and crashed upon earth if someone want to see Queen Ifrica in a negligee, crotch out, right? Stockings up, garter belts, heels. She turn up in a private. She's still a woman that has a man, and she have to tantalize and mesmerize her man, and she probably does, you know. But people's perception is that she wear long clothes. She probably wear pants, yes, not probably, but she does. But she probably wear long clothes around the house and some big nighty, and them only do stuff in a missionary and shit. Not to be like I'm discussing Queen Ifrica's sex life. I'm just saying the image of who people think she is. It's not the whole image of anybody that you think. See? Let's talk mixed messages though. Like Rasta preaching, ital is vital, juice and fruits, and them thing there, right? And then them secretly and them pork and all other kind of meat, and them drink liquor, Hennessy, and all the other liquors, Bel-Air, they're popping bottles of champagne and stuff like that. But they're encouraging you. Now, is their message not valuable still? Yes, it is. It's still valuable. Because if you actually do it, then you're going to reap the benefits of living healthy. But again, people feel a deception, you know, and feel a deception. Some of them preaching black pride and love. And then you hear say, she bleach out every now and then, you know, because she's up on magazine front covers and she's going on tour and all these things. And, you know, she have to make sure all the blemishes are out. And so just bleach the whole face. But then when you bleach the face, the neck have to go match the face. So just go bleach down there. So but if me wear a top that has a low V in it, then it can go show that somebody have to go bleach down there. So then them end up just bleach everything, right? Then bleach. Them bleach, but them preach. That's disgusting. How could you not love your melanin? This is like a slap in the face of God, you know? And then them run a back like this. Every night like this, every morning like this. And them tell you it's not bleaching, it's toning. Mixed messages. We can't flag in the church people them in the man, cause pastor, no adultery, no fornication, nothing bad for pastor. Pastor is just a man. So if Sister Mary have a 36, 24, 36, and she come in at the church in a little short skirt, there were all of the big hot woman them in at the church, I say, watch her, you know. As man she come for catch, you know. It's Delilah, you know. It's Satan send her in, you know. You might be right. But me I tell us when she chop her tens there up her front, you see, and a little piece or something, you know, down here so me I tell us, Pastor, yeah, I never miss that. And not only that, Pastor knows his power. So Pastor probably I go say hallelujah to you and wink to her, right? Switch to the next side, let me see the next side there. Yeah, my holy papa while at church. So before you know it, Pastor fall weak. Especially if he's a man that pum pum can make weak, and many men pum pum has made weak to the point of failure and disgrace, and the whole of them kingdom when them built on earth pop down and crumb. Pum pum, powerful pum pum. So, especially when it's attached to a beautiful woman. Now beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so right? If him look and sees a beautiful woman, and pum pum. Him feel him can't access that pum pum now. Once he do access that pum pum, yeah, everything else is up for sale. All right. So, and we've seen it too many times. So, these mixed messages. Rasta, the one that tripped me out though, Rasta preach. Natural princess, African queen. No perm to your thing. We don't want no chemical in your ear. Me like it just like that. White people comb shouldn't go through your thing, sister. Yeah, me like we have to use granddaddy pitchfork. Someone who grew up in a farming community, and a grandfather had have a fork. When you know a fork with them can't go ground. The fork them big. Kind of similar looking to the fork that you use at your table, but the fork big. Right? And then fling it in the ground so and throw 1 foot on it and walk up the ground with it. Right? Right. Some Rasta man will tell them woman say, Uncle, them the fire fork if you go through your ear. Fire natty. See? When I like it no other way. Make you look like a lioness. But then when you see him, her hair is stringy and it's blonde and she has blue eyes and she is from Germany or Sweden or Switzerland. Forget that part there. Cause me sit me now, call nobody name, but me see one where get to find out that this is his wife. Bleach out skin, weave and wigs, you know, big long red fingernails and lipstick and all kind of something like that and tight up clothes and everything. She look like a dancehall queen, but she is the actual spouse of one of our famous reggae entertainment. Now call him name, one of our famous reggae entertainers. In other words, then him can't tell her nothing. Him can go on like him want. Him can tell Uno something, but him can't tell her nothing. She's still gonna dress how she wanna dress. She gonna put that good on him, and him not gonna go nowhere. The only thing about be a Selassie, Jah Rastafari, ancestry, me I left from around here, cause Jah know, and gravitate to the words of His Imperial Majesty, and by the time she wind that and clap it back 2 times, so him back in the house with piece of pork on the plate, watching all the things he's not supposed to be watching. I just saw it go. People live them life. So we're not going to judge Queen Ifrica for her new appearance. We're just going to say, good luck on your journey, because we're all on a journey here. Not true? All right then. So the Molly popping thing in Jamaica now. The Molly popping thing in Jamaica now. I want to tell Jamaicans this. Especially you young people, you don't always imitate and then cuss the US. Move and go from around here with a foreign something. Stay over there, so stay America with that. Wanna shit up over there, so wanna this, wanna that, and everything them pick up and then put on when pick it back up. This Molly thing has come a long way. I remember Rick Ross was singing about Molly, and he said, what's the famous line? It's something about put it in a drink. Put something, slipped it in a drink or something, and she didn't even know it. Took her home and had fun with her, and she didn't even know it. So if that's a good idea to give you an idea of what Molly does or how it makes you act, then you're on track. Put it in her drink. She didn't even know it. It dissolved. It was tasteless. She gobbled up her drink. She didn't even know it. Sometimes when you go party and you say all a man I leave with a girl over his shoulder, and him never come with no girl. Right? A parking lot bang out that, That's not even making it to the hotel room, Parking lot bang out that. I'm in Miami every year for Best of the Best, and not only Best of the Best, Memorial Day weekend and all these things. It's very festive and crazy down there. I was raised in Miami, been there since I was 8 years old. See? Talk to me good. If you don't know, the place mad. See? It was one particular year where, and wife did it. Yeah. And they were like, oh my God, and it's a big commotion on South Beach. On the strip, where there are lots of club after club after club, venue after venue after venue, like it's a famous strip, the same strip where there's the Versace mansion where Donatella Versace got killed. The Versace man got killed by Andrew Cunanan, him little Bamsi lover, on the same strip there. The strip is very busy at that time of the year. A sister, and I say sister because she was a black female, she was out in the middle of the strip, surrounded by dinglings out. And she was servicing everybody. Molly. In other words, then, it makes you lose all inhibitions, right? Future sings a lot about Molly, popping Mollies. And then, of course, now you have the #1 trending artist out of Jamaica, which is Skeng. Skeng sing about Molly in everything. Molly involved in a sex life. Molly involved when it's time to commit crimes. Which kind of make me now start think like, some of these crimes that are happening, when we look at each other and we say, no, SouFLo, them dep on something. They have to be on something. Because nobody, like for instance, I remember one particular story where the woman said, me just pass her, the 80-something-year-old woman, where when the lady pass her, she said, me pass her so every day, me pass her gate every day. Every time I pass me, heal her is a good woman. Me just pass her. When me pass her, she did a wash clothes out here and did out here. I hang out the clothes them on the line. She older, but she still fit. She still take care of herself and do her own things. See? And when me pass back again, she lay down in a pool of blood naked from the waist down. So me I said to myself, say, reprisal killing, can't catch a boy, catch a mother. Slap her in the front yard, that's why I run by your business. That's a different thing. All right. That's codes of gangster life, and that's why me not getting a gangster business. Me tell people, say, if you want to live that, go and go live that. Me not on your side. Make God go with you if him want to go. But to have that elderly woman raped that quick in our yard, our front yard, and left her right there, so that told me that there's something going on other than just regular killing something. See? So we came to the conclusion that, yeah, they're on something, but what is it? Then the story came out, if y'all remember, I covered it, about embalming fluid. And some of the youth them did say, yeah, the embalming fluid, some of the gangster them geet to some of the youth them in a little something that them smoke that before them send them out on a mission. When them send them out on a mission now, you're coming like a little demon. They starting to sing about demons, they call themselves demons. I'm on demon time. And they start to sing about demons. And next thing they adopted from America, right? When a man is sliding, meaning he about to go kill something, and he's looking for something to kill, and he's on demon time, that means exactly what it sounds like. Now the Jamaican artists then pick that up and that gone in our music and gone into the culture as well. Peter Champagne, the man who everybody call when them feel like this not gonna work out for them. Peter Champagne put a message up about the use of Molly, but he never said too much. Basically, it was in Jamaica Observer, but basically he didn't say much. Him just basically said, "Don't do it, right? Don't do it because it doesn't end well," is what he's saying. Don't do the Molly because it don't end well. And if anything, I would tell younger people, like, don't even start it because it is highly addictive. And once you get caught on it, all hell breaks loose, right? You're going to have a serious addiction problem, and it can lead to psychosis. If you are a female who consider yourself anything decent, you don't want to be caught in a room full of dicks and you servicing all of them, however much many of them are in there, right? Me see them something there now. Me see them something there. Me see one girl I get rammed to heaven kingdom come, and she did not move. She literally just did there go so. With a straight face. So why would you want to put that into your body? Why would you want to get involved in anything like that? Anything that takes you out of your normal self has the risk of never returning to your normal self. That alone, me no want none of it. Hear what me I gonna say again. Anything that takes you out of your normal self, you are running the risk of never returning to your normal self. Jamaica kind of set a way already for psychiatric care, for medical care. All right. So you're running the risk of walking around. And as God liveth, I've seen too many young people in the US who used to be the hot guy and the party girl and the hot gal. I've seen it. And now when my past them ends and I see them, I feel sorry for them to some degree because them stand up fully clothed in like 4 layers of clothing in Florida hot sun at a stoplight just like this. So if that's what you want to do, if that's what you want to do to yourself, go ahead. I know the place for mad out. It's not the place to mad out yourself. We already have issues in life that could break you psychologically. You know what I'm saying? They say that all it takes is 3 events back to back, 3 catastrophic events back to back to possibly break any of us. Why you want to add to that? Why do you want to add to that? And then who's going to help you when you reach them stage there? You know that the guys in Jamaica now that are involved with this thing, yeah, this is their go-to drug for run through some of them girl here, you know. And the girl them chasing after whatever it is they're chasing after, they don't even know who ran through them after. They not even know who run through them. What is that? As a female, even if you are gonna go loose for the night, I say, I live some careless night, and I'm young and YOLO, one life to live and whatever. You don't want to take somebody where you know. Or, you know, wake up and be sure, say I did one, somebody are, well, if you're a freak out like that and is a 2 and you're going to wait if you're a 3 some, you want to know, say, some people where you did at least they have a conversation with, don't it? You don't want to know, say you did spread out and you couldn't move and do nothing. And there's a whole football team did in there and them take pictures and videos of you and they're all circulating out there and all this. I mean, all these things happen. A lot of the times they happen under the influence of Molly. Molly is a serious drug. Not to mention cardiac arrest, stroke, and all that. I don't know if y'all remember, I told y'all about one particular patient I was working with, and she didn't have no insurance to cover her for speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy. But the medical facility that she was in, see, the laws in America says you have to treat them and you have to keep them for a certain amount of time. And after that, then you let them go. Wherever they go, that's their business. So the facility held her for only that time, but she didn't have nothing to cover. And no found no a Jamaica the way I do the Mali something. We don't have nothing for cover, none of that. Your people don't have no money. They can't fly you out for help. They can't put you in no high-class institution where you can get proper help. You're setting yourself up for big-time failure. And that drug is what caused her. Most of the time, they're mixing that drug with whatever else they're smoking and drinking a party. So alcohol in there mixed with this, mixed with that, mixed with this. Broca's aphasia, Wernicke aphasia. One, you don't hear nothing that's coming in. Or you understand everything you're hearing, but you can't communicate properly going out. But in your mind is telling you, don't trust me, you don't want to be stuck this way. You don't want your mind telling you that you're speaking okay when you're not. I'm on the outside listening to you speak and you're saying, I'm a pie. And in your mind, you're saying, SouFlo, help me pick up this stuff and put it over here. So now you can imagine the frustration that this patient goes through, right? Because she swears she'll explain herself properly to everybody. And no, you just don't like me. And you could tell by the actions of her body. Do it to yourself. Do it to yourself. Now, this is where we have to look on the music now. A brother posted something yesterday, right? And he posted the 80s, the 90s, and today's, the 2000s, and current. And this started out as us, if you check our music, we used to rap, sing, everything about our socioeconomic conditions, our social conditions, how it's still, which part me come from, right? It's rough around here. We got to try to get up out of here. And then we used another one saying, get up by any means necessary. So now I'm moving away from my grandparents and my parents' age, and I'm moving into the 90s, into the 2000s. I'm selling drugs. right? But I'm selling drugs to get my family up out of this situation. And then now we made a whole lot of money doing other things. So now here we are in modern times. I'm a junkie. I take all these drugs and I brag about it. I'm popping mollies. I'm sipping codeine promethazine. I'm having a stroke at 24 years old. I'm dying from kidney failure and diabetes at 24 and 25. Listen, man. Jamaica has no place for this. Me know so the elder them, some of them kind of shun ganja. But I tell you right now, if you want to get on anything, go get some herb. Here. If you want to get on anything, and like Muta say, you don't have to smoke it. You can use it as seasoning, you can boil it, make tea, you can. Me not like me drink some ganja tea one time and you high for about 2 days still, but so me not really like the tea, because the tea hit different, right? And edibles, and I don't know how to measure edibles properly, so I'm always like geeked when I do edibles, but I'm an advocate for that stuff. But I'm definitely not no damn advocate for, so you can't look for me and be like, I bet him thumping Bible and go church. That boy, they probably not even have a little drink or nothing. If you see me out at a party, I'm probably more turned up than you are, right? I do bottles. I don't do little cups. I do bottles. See, I'm out to party where I go party. But them psychedelic crazy something that will come from other people culture when they might try put in a few culture, and then they're using our artists to do it to make our youth think that it's cool. It's not cool. And I'm not siding with it. Me not side with it. Me not even want to hear the song. Wait, the backlash from this is going to be serious. The backlash from this are going to be so serious, and we can't handle it. We already can't handle it. A lot of the messed up stuff you see happening, they're under the influence of. When it made headline yesterday, I believe it was in the Gleaner, that says this is now the go-to drug of choice for partying in Jamaica. Officials issue more warnings as the documentary airs. Full documentary is now on YouTube. There's a documentary about Molly, and them didn't tell you. It's called The Molly Predicament, I guess. Yes. So y'all can go watch it. It's called The Molly Predicament. All right. And there's Peter Champagne telling y'all, don't go down that road. It doesn't end well. I don't know what more I can tell you, I've seen it in action. Wouldn't want to be that. I see a youth on South Beach under Molly cut out his own belly and was holding his intestines up and running down the sidewalk with his own intestine. Cut out his own belly and was running down the sidewalk holding up his own intestines as his intestines were falling out. He was on Molly. There was another one that jumped on a man and start nyam up the man's face, bite off the man's face, bite off his ears, chewing on his jaw. Richie Shiva says, SouFlo, I used to pop Molly. Richie Shiva says, Molly don't make you do that. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Richie Shivers, let me be 100 with you. So when I was living in the UK, right, was when I first got introduced to ecstasy. Remember when popping E's was the thing? Okay, let me try it. But I'm a person like this. I've always been afraid of anything that takes me out of myself. So since you have to talk about it doesn't make you do that, please remember this. Nothing affects everybody the same way. You might take it and it not make you feel like that. I see people sit down and smoke a big ganja spliff of some strong herb, and they sit there and just talk like it's normal. Me pass through and take two. I'm stuck for like the next couple of hours. Thus, the mafia say, I want me, you know, talk. Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I just want something to eat, And inside of my head is like, they're coming for you. No, they're not. Them people are chat about you. No, man, them just a laugh. Get up and walk, go over there, son. No, sit down. Your thoughts are racing and stuff. Frost out, man, I tell you, Jane Under. Right? And it'll start nyam, nyam, nyam. And I said, God, please take this off of me. Okay. With the Molly thing, with the E thing, it's the same thing. They say, oh, ecstasy don't make you do that. It makes you have a nice time and all this other stuff. I'm in a club one night. I used to take it and split it in 4. I'm around people who are popping 2 and 3 and 4 at a time. I'm going to take 1 and split it in a 4. I'm going to take 1 little piece first. Wait 15 minutes. I'm going to feel nothing. Take 1 next piece. Now I'm on a half, right? Bing! I'm on. And it made me feel like dancing and having a good time all night. I was like, okay. This is why they take it. This is dope. A fight broke out in a club one night when I was on that stuff. And I went from, yo, party night, everything is up, to standing in the middle of the floor. See me? And I don't know where it came from. So what I realized was that I took on the environment. See? The club is good. I'm good. I'm on a high. I'm on a vibe. When the club goes bad, big fight broke out. A big fight broke out, just mad people just start to fight each other. Whole section fighting. I make life floor. And I'm grunting and the people that I was with grabbed me, was like, come on, let's go. Took me out the club. It was snowing outside. I got out, and I remember everything clearly. I got outside in the snow, and then when the cold air hit me, I was like, decompressing a little bit, and then said to myself, say, yo, no more of this for you. You know what kept me sane? And what made me know these ain't for me? I always had my grandmother and my grandfather in Jamaica, and I always told myself I would put them to shame because they always believed in me. So I would put them to shame if I lost my mind in some foreign country because of some drugs with me I experiment with. Never forget that stuff again. Ever. Let it go. And I felt like I was becoming addicted to it. Because when I didn't have it, I felt like I was going through a deep depression. Even told one of my friends one time, I said, yo, I feel like a dark cloud is hanging over me and it's following me everywhere I go. Those were my exact words. I just feel like I couldn't come out tight. Like, I try smile, but I couldn't smile. I try enjoy life, but I couldn't enjoy nothing. No matter if anything good going on around me, no matter if I see somebody I hadn't seen in a long time that I love and cared about, nothing. Those were the reasons why I was like, yo, I got to get away from this stuff. And I did. And I never touched that stuff again. Now, mind you, that was like over 2 decades ago. So, point blank period, that stuff affects different people differently. Your best bet is don't listen to nobody who tell you, I take it. It don't make me do nothing. Pop a little, man. It's gonna be all right. You know what I mean? It might up your vibe a little bit and make you feel good and think. Don't do it. Don't do it. Leave it alone. All right. It's a gate or a door you do not want to open and a street you do not want to go down. Period. And like Peter Champagne said, you never need him to tell you that, but me I tell you it too. It does not end well. Period. With that said, I'm gonna have to cut this video short right here this morning because I got some stuff going on. I'm hearing a lot of noise out there. Babe. It's crack. Anybody take that stuff as crack. It's crack. I think it's crack. It's worse than crack, actually. I'm not trying. Richard there, I got through film thing. If you want to take it, take all the money you want to take, my bro. It's your life to live. I'm trying to tell these youths, don't do it. Don't go down that road. Don't go down that road. All right. Bless upon yourself. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. We're going to do this again tomorrow morning where we have an extra 20 minutes. It's 8:18, so I'm only 10 minutes away from our normal finish time anyways. Right? D-Max said, I try pretty up the habit, but man, I try pretty up them drugs habit, right? Karen Notice says, I'm not into anything that takes you out of yourself. Weed or drinking, I have to be in control of myself at all times. That's me. I want to know where I'm at, what I'm doing, who I'm with. I want to be able to read the room properly, feel the vibes, and be correct about the vibes, not be under some power feeling. One last story, and you could go look this up on YouTube. There's a rapper that's called Big Lurch. But Lurch was on embalming fluid, which is what we spoke about earlier, that has been introduced to Jamaica. If you haven't seen my video, remember, I know the amount of people that are dying in Jamaica, who you think is getting rich? Because the whole of them have to go one place before they go to that final place. Them go funeral home, don't it? All right. Y'all need to watch that video and see how gangsters, politicians, the funeral homes, and that embalming fluid have the same commonality in some way. But anyway, go look up Big Lurch. Big Lurch was on that stuff, took him out of himself. He opened up his woman. And when the police got there, he was sitting there eating her intestines. So, talk about taking you out of yourself and you not recognizing who you are, where you're at, what you're doing. You start get paro and think, oh, this person is here to hurt me. Kill her. Kill her before she kill you. Kill her before she kill you. And you just grab a knife and start stabbing the daylight out of your wife. Don't go down that route. It doesn't affect everybody the same way. Left it alone. All right? I'm out. Peace.